it looks like I am live. Um, okay, so we're going live. Actually, I think a minute earlier, a couple minutes early today. Oh dear, didn't realize that that happened. So anyway, okay, well let's do it while we're live here. This is Monday Morning Mindset, and what is mindset and why does it matter? So, mindset is a combination of your thoughts and your feelings that influence your actions. And so, it has to do with every single aspect of your life. And this is Monday. Why do I do it on Monday? Because Monday, I call it Monday Fun Day. It's the day when everything begins again for the majority of people in the world. And so I love Mondays. And it's all about our perspective and our attitude. And I don't know of anything that helps you more to help that kind of a mindset than our essential oils. And so today we have the oil of chivalry as our oil. And so chivalry is a very, very special oil because it's an oil that Gary made for himself. And he made it for a very specific reason because he felt like there wasn't enough um, chivalry in the world of people graciously, that whole concept of graciously blaming everything, the oil of chivalry. And so just take, a deep inhalation of this oil. And what does it do? It helps us to get rid of stubbornness and to replace stubbornness with what would you like to replace stubbornness with collaboration, with flexibility, with um, something that's supportive. And so, where in your life are you stubborn? Where in your life are you stubborn to the point that it's actually harming you? It's harming relationships. It's harming situations, and there's a point of stubbornness that can be supportive and helpful because we need to be resolute in things. But stubbornness is when it's just simply nonsensical. There's no there's no value in just being stubborn over petty little things. And so I have this beautiful story to share with you that I found, and I thought it suited this situation so well. And so it smells so good. So it's called The Silent Couple. The story is about the silent couple, and it just says it's a once upon a time story, but it illustrates a really, really good point. There was once a young man and a young woman who were said to be some of the most difficult young people you could ever imagine. And of course, they somehow managed to fall in love and get married. After the wedding ceremony, they had a grand feast at their new house, which lasted all day long. Finally, all of their friends and relatives could eat no more, and one by one they went home. The bride and groom sighed with relief and sat down to relax when the husband noticed that the last guest to leave had not closed the front door. My dear, he said, would you mind getting up and shutting the door? There's a draft coming in. Why should I shut it? Yawned his wife. I've been on my feet all day and I just sat down. You go shut it. Oh, so that's the way you're going to be, snapped the husband. Just as soon as you get the ring on your finger, you turn into a lazy good for nothing. How dare you, shouted the bride. We haven't even been married a day, and already you're calling me names and ordering me around. I should have known this to be the kind that you would turn out to be this kind of a husband. Nag, 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 grumbled the husband. Must I now listen to your complaining forever? And must I always listen to your whining? Said the wife. They sat there glaring at each other for a full 5 minutes. Then an idea popped into the bride's head. My dear, she said, neither of us wants to get up and shut the door, and both of us are tired of hearing the other's voice. So I propose a contest. The one who speaks first must get up and close the door. Oh, the husband said, that's the best idea I've heard all day. Let's begin right now. So they made themselves comfortable, each on a chair, and they sat there face to face without saying a word. They had been there for about 2 hours when a couple of thieves who were passing by saw the open door. They crept into the house, which seemed perfectly deserted, and began to steal everything that they could lay their hands on. They took tables and chairs and paintings off the walls and even rolled up carpets. But the newlyweds never spoke or moved. I can't believe this, thought the husband. They'll take everything we own, and she's not going to say a word. And the wife was thinking, why doesn't he call for help? Is he just going to sit there and let these thieves steal everything they want? Eventually, the thieves noticed the silent, motionless couple and, mistaking them for wax figures, stripped them of their jewelry, watches, and wallets, but neither of them said a word. The robbers hurried away with all their loot, and the newlyweds sat through the night. At dawn, the policeman walked by, noticing the open door, and he stuck his head in to ask if everything was okay. But of course, he couldn't get an answer out of the silent couple. Now see here, he yelled. I'm an officer of the law. Who are you? Is this your house? What happened to all your furniture? Are you still getting still getting no response? He raised his hand to smack the man's ear. The man, don't you dare, cried the wife, jumping to her feet. That's my new husband, and if you lay a finger on him, you'll have to answer to me. I won, yelled the husband, clapping his hands. Now get up and close the door. Stubborn? To the height of stupidity, right? And so while this story may seem a little exaggerated, where in your life are you stubborn to the point of stupidity? Where are you holding on to some grudge or some principle oriented grievance that robs you of everything around you, robs you of your peace and your joy, and just robs you? You know, it's a good thing to think about and to notice, what is it for you? What is it for you? Notice what it is without judgment, and then replace it with what's going to empower you. Use your chivalry all week this week and upgrade your life by replacing stubbornness with compatibility, with flexibility, with collaboration. It's much it changes and upgrades your life. Bye for now. Have an absolutely amazing day.